How's it going, guys? Alright, quick announcement about this. No longer on YouTube is cpatain, no longer. From now on, it's Tay Salamander. I combine my YouTube account with my Gmail, so pretty much now it's Tay Salamander. Just want to give everyone a heads up on everything, so they don't get confused. Pretty much I came with the name is part of Tay is my name almost, and Salamander because I'm a huge fan of fairy tale. Nakama power all the way. So pretty much let's get on to the chapter with Bleach chapter 511. Wow. Okay, pretty much the chapter starts off with a color page of Ginryusai Yamamoto, and it says farewell Ginryusai. Pretty much it seems like the end. Okay, so we move on from that. We get a flashback, and we see Yamamoto again in his younger days, and we also see a younger Shunsui, about the age of about maybe 10, 12 or so. Someone he was very young back. And pretty much he's getting scolded by Yamamoto. He's saying, Shunsui, how many times have I told you not to go into my room? Like, what is it going to take for you to stay out of my room? Pretty much he's saying the only reason he went in there because he wanted to see this picture that Yamamoto has in his room. And the picture shows, it would seem like, I guess it's Yamamoto in his Bankai form as well. And Yamamoto tells him that this is the monster that appeared long ago and was threatening society in a difficult time. And he's saying pretty much this monster would never show up again. And younger Shunsui tells him, what if this monster does return again? And then we get a next page and we see, shocking as hell, we see Yamamoto sliced in half, like literally sliced in half. His upper half just falls to the ground. Like, oh my god, wow. And pretty much afterwards it says at the bottom, it says pretty much if this monster returns, then I will not return to society or here ever again. And pretty much as he falls to the ground, we get another page of Shunsui and Ukitake. They sense that Yamamoto has been defeated and they're very shocked. And Shunsui, at the rage of his voice, shouts out, if I pronounce it right, Yamaja, if I'm not too mistaken. Like, he's very pissed off. Like, he's very pissed off while he's fighting up against the wearing glass old man Quincy and his battle and everything. And pretty much afterwards we cut back over to Juhabach, and he tells his subordinate, we finally learn his name now, the silver hair, white hair guy, whatever. I think it's Hoshwald or so. He tells him, let's go and everything. And as they're about to leave, Yamamoto, cutting in half on the ground, grabs onto Juhabach's, I guess, cape or leg or whatever, and he pretty much saying is, I'm shocked. You've been cut in half and everything, you're pretty much dead and you're still trying to stop me. And he pretty much cuts Yamamoto's right arm off, and it's just laying there right next to him. And pretty much he goes on to just like dog and talk smack about Yamamoto, saying like you haven't realized why I didn't make you one of my special war powers. It's because, he says, also because you didn't have your right arm, you didn't have your left arm anymore, and he wondered why. Like, then we get a picture, a little tiny, like a little flashback in the way. He talking about Juhabach saying about why you didn't have that young lady Orihime who has the power to, negate things and turn it back into how they originally were. He asked him, why didn't you have her heal your left arm? So pretty much you could have been more of a advantage during our fight. But he didn't want his arm to come back because he didn't want to have the audacity to have the humans deal with his situation and everything. I guess he's very prideful of who he is. He didn't want a human to, hit him back up with his left arm. He pretty much said, this goes on to say as well, Yamamoto was fighting against Aizen, that he didn't want Ichigo Kurosaki to get involved because he was also a human being. And then it also goes on to say that 1,000 years ago, when Yamamoto was, younger than being a badass, that the divisions back in the day, where there were no, they were just captains. They didn't have nothing else and everything. And that the captains from back in the day were nothing but bloodthirsty Soul Reapers. Like, they were just killing Haros, killing even humans. And Yamamoto was, the leader of this, because he's the one that founded, Soul Society and everything. Pretty much, he goes on to talk more and saying, pretty much, you even disgrace us Quincy's, who wanted nothing but peace in the world, and you tried to kill us off as well during the 200, year arc between the Shinigami and the Quincy's and everything. Anyways, he goes on to say pretty much all the time that over 1,000 years ago, that the 13 divisions have been dead for over 1,000 years, just as the Quincy's are. And he's standing there again with his little, as he did with the Roids, pointing his finger, firing it up, and he just completely obliterates Yamamoto, like that shit blowing up everywhere. And as this is going on, the other captains sense this as well, like Toshiro, Hirako, Sajin, and I think from what I can see, Unohana as well. And they're all like fucking saying, what the fuck is going on? Like, shit is really going down. And afterwards, after this happens, we don't see nothing left. We don't see the ground, nothing. We don't see if Yamamoto's there, like burnt to ashes, anything, nothing. And pretty much juhabach informs his, second in command, Holt's Wald, I pronounce, to notify the other Stern Raiders to completely enter Soul Society and destroy it. And so pretty much the one Quincy, the old guy with the glasses, he uses the technique that Quincy's used to move around from the human world to Soul Society and back to their world. He uses some technique, and it opens up in the sky this black gate, and all these Quincy's come, and it seems like they're just pretty much just foot soldiers, ordinary ones. They're able to handle the Soul Reapers because they're just foot soldiers. And as they're invading the Soul Society, the Soul Reapers see, like, what's going on? Like, who are they? And they say it's pretty much the foot soldiers of the rebel army. And so as they're ascending down, they're just destroying these no-name Soul Reapers, like stabbing them in the fucking chest, killing them here, left, and right. And I'm not too mistaken, I don't know if this is true or not. I think I just saw maybe, was that Ikaku in this one panel? I don't know, I'm not sure. But pretty much, the Soul Society is getting messed up as hell, like, it's crazy. Next thing we see juhabach standing there, we see Soul Society buildings, like, it's being completely destroyed, like, there's nothing left of it, pretty much. And he goes on to say pretty much that this is the end of Soul Society, and that pretty soon that the Zero Division will be coming in, which is very interesting because all of us have been wondering for a while, like, what is the Zero Division about? Like, what are they? Like, what can they do and stuff? And juhabach says that the Zero Division will show up pretty soon, and that we will retreat and we will come back once they reassemble and everything. So pretty much I want to get a sneak attack over them, whatever, once the Zero Division appears, which I'm very excited to see when they do come, because I've been wondering what they've been about. And pretty much afterwards, he's standing there. Then we get a big panel page with this big blast in the sky behind juhabach, and he's like shocked, like, what? And he turns around and saying, what is that? And that's where pretty much the chapter ends, with saying an explosion. And that's the end of Bleach chapter 511. Overall, this was a good ass chapter. Kubo, thumbs up to this one. Thumbs up. Like, this is amazing. Like, Yamamoto is dead. The head captain for almost 1,000 years. The man, the beast, with the oldest Zanpakuto in the world. Wow. Speechless. And seeing all the other Shinigami in the Soul Society being killed left and right. They're asking for help. Like, what's going on? But that's the end of the chapter for me. Rate, comment, and subscribe, and let me know what you think. Overall, have a blessed day.